there are two forces that rule this world. So the first force is the human force and the human system, and the second one is the source of all individuals. So let's start with the first force. The first force, this is the human ways, human traditions, human cultures, human ways of doing things. This is a system that is man-made. This is a system that is a byproduct of human intellectualism, human knowledge, human experiences. So this is a byproduct of one encountering and being exposed to societies, to religions, to norms, to traditions. So when one is exposed to these things, then he serves the human systems or these cultures, these traditional norms, these trends, these societal pleasures. So when one follows this path, then his master or her master becomes the human race. What the human race has achieved will inform his thoughts, these individuals' way of thinking. So one's way of living is dictated by the human system or the human man-made systems. These are the things only human beings partake in. These are things like religion. These are things like cultures. These are things like societal beliefs, societal norms, trending norms. So when one serves this way of living, when one spends his life serving this system or as a part of this system, then he or she is under man-made systems. So this is comprised of individuals interacting with each other through a common form of knowledge, through a common form of system, the man-made system. Then I'd like us to talk about the second system, the natural system. What is this natural or the life system? So this is made up of different organisms. This is made up of animals. This is made up of plants. This is made up of trees. This is made up of everything that lives. So the difference between the first system, which is the human system, and the natural system, is that every living thing has its purpose here on this planet. Every living thing has the things that it should achieve as per nature. So just as worms' job is recycling dead materials into fertile soils, human beings have their job, have their purpose here on this planet. And so when one follows that system of nature, then one acts as nature or as the whole life energy meant him to act. We've said this is the system of life. This is how trees interact with human beings. They offer human beings oxygen, and human beings offers the trees carbon dioxide. So the tree's purpose is recycling carbon dioxide into oxygen, which is useful to animals and to living beings like humans. So every species has its job to do here on this planet. There's an interdependence of different species. These form one system called life. Just as we've said, different individuals functioning in systems, functioning in cultures, in man-made ways. They serve that system which is man-made. So in the same way, when one lives as per his nature or her nature, his natural way of being, then his natural way of being has the role of a human being, and he or she will play that role. So we've had prophets, sages, mystics. These individuals are individuals who decided to serve or to act on behalf of that holistic, total life energy that is manifested in all diverse living forms. So that system is holistic and uses the trees to recycle air, uses the microorganisms to recycle dead bodies, uses the trees to prevent soil erosion, uses the grass to prevent soil erosion. So all these species have their role, and when human being decides to serve that way of living, that system, then he acts as man was meant to be by nature, by his source, by the life essence, by that total, holistic, absolute life energy in us all. So one becomes a servant of that total undivided system, that total absolute system which consists all living things, which is ancient, which is in us right now. So this system is holistic. It does not divide. An individual loses his individuality for the service of that which is immortal, for that which is total, for that which is absolute. So when one's actions become representative of the absolute, he or she loses him or herself, her individuality or his individuality, for the sake of that total life energy in us all. So this second system is a rarely used system as far as human beings are concerned. All other living things play by that flow, but the human beings, through their human systems, interfere with that natural flow. The human beings end up creating sicknesses for themselves. They end up distracting their bodies, their systems. So when one follows the human systems, he or she will tend to divert from his holistic, immortal system. So one must lose his individuality, his personal opinions for the total to get some space to act through him. So until next time.